Hey guys, welcome back to my channel! Okay, so last time in Urban Myth Dissolution Center, we took on a case where apparently there is some kind of doppelganger. We're not really sure what exactly is going on, so right now we are headed to Kurosawa's place, and hopefully we'll get some clues as to what the heck is going on. Alright, today's menu. We go check Kurosawa's place, and it seems he ran into his doppelganger. Yeah, last time we saw some creepy imagery. We saw him. Okay, there was a little scene where he saw his doppelganger and it was kind of scary. Anyways, when he called, he was so worked up. I saw it. It was in my room. It ran away, and so on. I wonder if he's okay. Well, he did call us himself and seems safe for now. Though we should wait on mentioning the supposed death if you meet your doppelganger thing. He was at least well enough to have called us. How about the boss man? Business done yet? I don't know. I haven't heard anything yet. Maybe your first solo dissolution is coming up? No way. I'm not good enough for that. I mean, we kind of... Well, yeah, I guess we've never done that before all by ourselves. We always have help. Well, we'll figure it out. We find the clues by ourselves, but... Yeah. I'll look into the doppelganger rumors. Is there anything? Is there anything else you'd like me to look up? My little investigator Zammy is growing up so fast. Oh, you think so? Can you add Zimmers to your research list? There have been a lot of incidents related to them lately. Yeah, like that bomb incident, what the heck? But are there any connections between Kurosawa-san and Zimmers? Haven't you heard? The Zimmers hate Kurosawa with a passion. Not really a big deal if it's just people's opinions, but Kurosawa haters are getting bolder. Understood. I'll look for rumors on the doppelganger myth and Kurosawa haters. Okay, I did not know that was a thing. Hold on just a second, you guys. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So we're back with more Urban Myth Dissolution Center. Last time we met up with their doppelganger, so that was pretty crazy. And we also explored Kurosawa's place. So yeah, let's go ahead and continue. Alright, so anyways, Zammy, you awake? And then I figured out that Zammy is like Jasmine's nickname specifically for Azami. So yeah, that was kind of embarrassing. Yeep. Dozing off again? Huh? What the? Oh, I was just zoned out for a bit there. Stop falling asleep while we're talking. Kurosawa sent in this stupid request, so we need to get planning. I'm sorry, I had this weird dream? Wait, so it wasn't even real? Anyway, what? So, okay, so that didn't even happen. Figures, that explains it, because it was just bizarre. Maybe it's some kind of vision or something. You were saying the doppelganger had actually shown up before the CEO office intrusion? Yep, it turned up a week ago in the UTech HQ server room. Which makes 3 sightings. Server room, CEO's office, CEO's home. Sure gets around for an anomaly. By the way, we haven't heard from the director yet. Hope everything's okay. I think the director is... If I remember correctly, he's doing his own thing right now. It's looking like we might have to do the dissolution ourselves, eh? I'll practice manifesting the eye-opener and unlocking it. No idea what you're talking about. UTech HQ is coming up. Time for investigator mode. Yes. Oh boy. I'm actually really glad we don't have to do social media research, because I thought that was what was coming up next. Kurosawa-san, you mentioned the doppelganger was here a week ago? Yeah, seems like it showed up in the server room. No reports of anything stolen or sabotaged so far. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I did not get a lot of sleep, so reading this is going to be hard. Can I ask what this room's for? This is our server room, where we store important data for our clients. It's usually off limits to external parties. My main concern is why the intruder targeted this server room. Since it's appeared in our building twice already, it may have hostile intentions toward our company. I hope you can find out why it's come here. Understood. By the way, I asked you to look for the HDD stolen from my home. Could you give me a status report on that first? Actually, our job is to investigate urban myths. Looking for stolen property is not quite what we... Well, it looks like our understanding of the request and your work aren't aligned. Hey, when did we agree to change our service plan? And you are? Just a part-time helper. If you have an additional request for lost property searches, I'll check with management. We're not in a position to make these kind of decisions ourselves, especially for this kind of pseudo-police work. Never know what might turn out illegally, really. I can write up a theft report for the police. Actually, we've had a lot going on with all these strange incidents. Please forget about the stolen item for now. We'll handle that ourselves. Way to go, Jasmine. Just continue investigating the urban myth element, if that works for you. Oh, okay. Please check with the server engineer and security guard about what happened here. Okay, we will. Yeesh, what is his deal? Thank you, Jasmine. Why did Kurosawa-san's tone change all of a sudden? Leave those situations to me. Anyway, he's showing his true colors. He almost forced that responsibility on us. Let's move on. First, we need to know what happened here. And next, why it came here specifically. I'll keep an eye out for what Kurosawa's up to while we investigate. This guy is sketchy. I mean, everybody's kind of sketchy, at least in the sense that every client we've had is weird, but I don't even know. Alright, let's start by talking to Jasmine. Just be wary around Kurosawa, okay? No kidding. I'm glad she's here, because imagine if she wasn't. About the doppelganger that appeared in the server room. Any thoughts? For a doppelganger, this one doesn't seem that supernatural. This one came from the server room. The stolen item from CEO's place was an HDD. Oh yeah, and the card-like device is still from the CEO office. The item stolen from the CEO office was some kind of device? All I heard was that it's red and card-like. Oh, I guess I shouldn't assume then. Any leads you're aware of? Not too sure. Might be something, but nah, I'm not confident just yet. I see. Let me know if you figure anything out, or figure out anything. The doppelganger must have a goal. It's like it's targeting something. If we keep working this case and it turns out the Illuminate cards are related. If they are? I'll need a bit more info, Zammy. Give me that info. On it. Alright, jeez. Okay, let's talk to Kurosawa. Even though I don't want to. Really sorry about earlier. Oh, it's okay. Is it? Force of habit from the negotiation table. Okay. That was kind of scary. Could you tell me? It wasn't really, but you know what I mean. Could you tell me about what happened here in detail? 1 week ago, late at night, the doppelganger showed up here, though nothing was taken. Please ask our server engineer and this room's security guard for specifics. I was at the office working on something else, so I wasn't aware of what happened. Understood. I'll check with the engineer and security guard. Oh, by the way... What is it now? Did you remember something? You have this special power, right? I seem to have lost my fountain pen when I came here this morning. Your fountain pen? You're good at finding such things, aren't you? Well, kinda. It's actually a very special pen for me. Could you try looking for it? It was a gift from my father. From your father? We definitely should try to find it then. Exactly. Would you mind? It should be in this room somewhere. I'll have a look. Huh. Well, I guess it shouldn't be too hard. I wanted to ask about Kiyomoto-san. You mentioned she wasn't answering calls? Kiyomoto? Oh, my secretary. Oh yes, I'd forgotten to mention this. We haven't been able to contact her. I asked HR to check on her home, but they couldn't find her, so she might be missing. Huh? Maybe that secretary job was physically demanding in some ways, but disappearing with no word or warning? I don't think that's what is going on. Meeting the doppelgangers of other people can kill you too. That's pushing it a bit, no? Yeah, Azame, come on. I met mine 2 days ago, but nothing has happened. Though that reminds me. What? That reminds you? It's just that our housekeeper didn't show up this morning and hasn't contacted us either. Your housekeeper? Honda-san? Is she okay? Your secretary Kiyomoto-san and now your housekeeper Honda-san. Both recently encountered your doppelganger. It's really strange that they're going missing like this. Well, actually, there are lots of irresponsible people in the world. And why am I totally unaffected? Well, I wouldn't worry too much about the doppelganger rumors. Wait, so that wasn't why you requested the center's help? No, he's trying to find that freaking document thing or whatever. He doesn't care about this nonsense. I wonder what happened to Honda-san and Kiyomoto-san. That's really concerning, honestly. Or maybe suspicious. Looks like a shelf for stowing connection tables and tools. I almost said stools, oh my god. Quite a lot of stuff kept here. Alright, who's this guy again? Hello, we're from the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. This is Nakata. Oh, hello, I'm Nakata. I handle UTech Priority server room, admin, and maintenance. Are the servers those large machines in the back? Yes, those shelves hold hundreds of servers, and I'm in charge of them. Oh, I see. Makes sense. What are you again? Could you tell me about your work? I work in UTech's server room here in the headquarters. I oversee and maintain the server hardware and also handle troubleshooting. Are you always here? I'm actually pretty new to the company. Not always, though I often do come down and handle things here. I see, thank you. So you're new too, apparently. Could you recap what happened a week ago at night? That day, I was handling our regular monthly service maintenance, among other things. So it was your monthly special day where the servers get their beauty time? I guess, yeah, something like that. The CEO showed up during that time, a little past midnight, I think. He came in and just, knowing I was busy at work, he just gave me a wave. Like, don't mind me, carry on, or something? Yes, exactly. So I was focusing on the maintenance process and other tasks. Did you notice anything unusual? Unusual? Let me think. Well, he acted just like the CEO usually does when we see him around the office. Do you know what exactly he was doing? That would be... no, I don't really know. He seemed to be working on something, but was gone when I looked up. Huh. Well, that was probably the doppelganger. I mean, I think we can safely say that's what that was. Wow, these servers are almost a wall of their own. Wouldn't fit in my place. I wonder if folks working on their PCs need to have them at home. I don't know. Let's talk to this guy. I actually don't even know what she just said. Let me see. Guys, I'm so stupid. I don't know how, but somehow I stopped my recording, so this is all going to be post-commentary now. Not that it should be any different from live commentary, but seriously, oh my gosh, there's still like 40 minutes left in this video. So I'm going to have to go through this all in post-commentary. Also, it's really hot outside, so at some point you might hear the AC come on because it's freaking hot. But yeah, I don't know what I did. Seriously, like, I don't think I've ever done that and not caught it, so I'm really irritated. Ugh, and the worst part is I have to read all of this again. Inoue-san, could you tell me about your job? Yes, I'm in charge of security for UTech's server room. We handle important data, such as personal information. Yep. I see. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a pain. And when I did this, I was like exhausted. I'm going to not read this part, I'm sorry. I was so tired when I started this, you guys, so I was like struggling anyway to read, but I'll try to be better this time. Exactly. Could you tell me everything you saw at that time? Hello? Did it really take me this long to read? Maybe I was saying something. Well, I don't really understand this doppelganger thing. Someone who looks just like the CEO? I find that hard to believe just like that, so... Or, I don't even know what he just said. I know it sounds ridiculous, but something. Things have been stolen from the CEO's office, and Kurosawa's home. Yup. Yeah, she's starting to talk like him. You would appreciate your help, especially to prevent any further incidents. That makes sense. Yep, I see. I like his face. It was just past midnight on the day last week, I think. The CEO just showed up like that. Yep. Does Kurosawa-san usually come by at those hours? No, it's rare that he even comes to the server room. Our server agent, Nakata, was here too. Yep. Oh, now I take forever to read, seriously? I see. So what was Kurosawa-san doing here? He entered the server room and seemed to be doing something inside. But I didn't see what exactly. Alright, I see. Yeah, I like his arched eyebrow. I think it's cute. Man, you guys, I don't even know. And I really don't know anything about the server nonsense. So about the servers, is the big one the server, or are the various pieces sticking out the servers? The server has glass doors, but no locks. Yeah, I don't know. I've been to a server room one time, I think, at my school, like a long time. Well, at my old school, I guess I should say, because I graduated, but that was a long time ago. Alright. And this is, of course, Kurosawa's shadow. The shadow is probably Kurosawa-san's. He looks different from the doppelganger. Yeah, the doppelganger, like, has eyes. Yes, definitely Kurosawa-san himself, not the doppelganger. Looks like he's placing some... Oh, shoot. Maybe he put the pen here and forgot about it. Need to check. I don't remember... Oh, yeah, we're still in the, like, very beginnings of this investigation. A shadow which looks just like Kurosawa-san. But I'm starting to see the difference. This one must be the doppelganger. It's staring at the server. It's looking this way and laughing. Scary. Yeah, I still don't know what that's about. I wonder what the server is. The doppelganger seemed fixed on it. Yeah, it's really strange. I really wonder, because usually every time we've caught the suspect, the shadow looks just like Kurosawa-san. But it's actually the doppelganger, I think. Yes, positive. Yeah, he has those creepy eyes. He's standing there all confident, like it's his own company. It means the security guard saw this doppelganger too, right? And we still have one more. Looks just like Kurosawa-san. But this one's the doppelganger. It seems to be doing something to the server. But yeah, it's weird. So every culprit in the past, I mean, has always been somebody we've already met. But in this case, who have we met that seems to be aware of our presence? At least, it seems like it. Maybe it's just a coincidence. The shadow was around here. There it is! An expensive-looking fountain pen. Why would he put it here of all places? Did he hide it on purpose? Anyway, let's give this back to Kurosawa-san. Yes, did you hide it on purpose? Explain yourself. We're still looking into the intruder's motive. But here's your fountain pen. It was right on the tool shelf. Here's your pen. I don't understand why you would put it there. That power of yours, it's real. This should work then. Just talking to myself. Please carry on with your investigation. And we're not going to press him on that strange issue. So this guy did it on purpose. Why? I have no idea, but he's going to use this for something apparently. Kurosawa, you're not getting away with this. I feel like that made him kind of suspicious, honestly, but the problem is, it can't be him because he already encountered his own doppelganger. That Kurosawa guy, he seems... I'll keep an eye out too. I don't trust him either. Sounds great. I think I'm just gonna read Jasmine's voice lines in a normal voice, you guys, because my throat is already tired. So I feel like if I continue to read any more, it's gonna kill me. Also, I just noticed my mouse is on screen. What the heck? I need to turn that off. Not that it really matters, but still. It's in a glass compartment with a solid-looking door and lock. Tight security here. The doppelganger shadow was looking at the server. I wonder what's stored in it. Maybe I should check with the server engineer? Yeah, there's a lot of, like, walking back and forth and talking to the same people over and over again in this game overall. It's kind of annoying, honestly. There's a server with a lock. What's stored in it? We're thinking that maybe the doppelganger was aiming for the contents of that server? The server's content? I can't really tell you that due to security protocols. I could, but I need permission from the CEO, so... And now we can take some notes. Yeah, I feel like the mouse just looks awkward. I need notes on the people I met. Nakata-san is the engineer in charge of the server room. When the doppelganger showed up, what was he doing? Strip, rock, paper, scissors! Why is that even an option? Then monthly meat discount. No, he's doing server maintenance. Yes, he was working on a monthly server maintenance. Was it a coincidence that the doppelganger came on that day, or not? Look at all of our suspects, you guys. Everybody is kind of sketchy. I think his girlfriend is the least sketchy, but that doesn't mean anything, honestly. Could I ask you something? Yes, can I help you? Was there anything unusual about Kurosawa-san? Well, he was just like his usual everyday self. He's here today as well, but even if you told me he was the doppelganger, I wouldn't know. There's no way I could tell. Yep. I see. One thing, though. He was there one moment and gone the next. You should ask Nakata, our server engineer about this. He also met the CEO here last week. Oh, I mean... No, met the doppelganger thing? Here? Yep. I see. Thank you. And now we can take notes on this security dude, Inoue. Isn't that Orihime's last name from Bleach? Inoue-san? Oh, shoot. He seems to have encountered the doppelganger, but around what time was that? Midnight! These are actually all normal answers. I don't know why it took me so long to answer this one. Yes, right around midnight. Inoue-san and Nakata-san were working late. At that hour, there aren't any other witnesses. And we have room for one more suspect. At least that's what it looks like. Spoiler alert, we do! And I think we have to talk to Nakata. What am I doing? Oh my gosh. I feel like... Oh, we had to talk to him after all. Never mind. Oh yeah, because we have to get permission. There's a server with a lock. What kind of data is in there? Could the doppelganger be trying to steal that information? Nakata-san mentioned the doppelganger was doing something to the server. I see. Please check with our server engineer about specifics. You can tell him I gave you permission. And even if the doppelganger is indeed after their server's content, the data within is encrypted. You mean it should be safe? Yes, however, I'm concerned that our engineer hadn't mentioned that so far. Why is that? All hands on server processes are up to the team in charge, so I wouldn't be assessing anything directly myself. I see. I'll check with Nakata-san about that. Yep, here we go again. See, this is what I mean, all this back and forth. Did you see the CEO's face? Did you get a close look at Kurosawa-san's face when he appeared at midnight? I'm not too sure, but I did look at him when he entered this room. I think he was just the usual CEO. You think? Or you know? Kurosawa-san said you're allowed to tell us about the server's content. Also, I think he's a bit worried about why you hadn't informed him that the doppelganger tampered with the server. What? Me? Well, to be honest, I felt that the CEO was acting strange that day. I asked him what he was doing, but he didn't even answer me. Yeah, I was gonna say, why didn't you say anything then? So you did feel something was off. Yes, and to answer your question, that server is for government-related matters. It contains the National Police Agency's information system. The National Police? Oh my goodness, excuse me, you guys. Oh shoot, I didn't even get to read it. So to be honest, I prefer not to cause any issues by speaking up. I see. I feel like that's kind of bad. And please, it's strictly off the record that it's for the police's information system. So it's not like I had any other intentions. I'm sorry. And either way, it takes special authentication to access that system. So the intruder shouldn't have been able to extract any data. Extract? Why? Okay, seriously? I still can't read. So in order to do anything with the server's content... Yes? You need to clear the authentication? That's right. So I bet the intruder probably got this far, then gave up and left. Please pass that on to the CEO. Understood. Thank you for explaining. I wonder if the server near the back wall is alright. The doppelganger was trying to do something to it. Maybe I should look at it through the glasses? Yeah, we're gonna have to look at that, because something's off. I don't know if I trust any of these people, to be honest. Yeah, I forgot that it said glasses. I thought it said glass, so that's why I was confused. I don't know why. God, are you serious? I really let this mess me up. That's so embarrassing. This doppelganger, what is it doing to the server? It's touching something, connecting a cable to the server? Wait, is that even safe for the server? Should I worry? I don't know. I think I was confused at this point, but yeah, we have to go talk to... Oh no, just kidding, we have to look at this. This server has either... Oh gosh, this server has neither a door or lock. The doppelganger was connecting a cable to this and doing something. I need to let the server engineer know about this. Nakata-san? Yes? Excuse me, about the server in the back. The doppelganger might have been targeting the server in the back of the room. It seems to have connected a cable to it, then did something. Did it steal some important data, maybe? The server in the back? You mean the one without a lock? The server in the back isn't being used yet. We'll be setting up its structure and getting it ready for actual use. Oh, so there's no data in it that could be stolen? Yes, it's totally empty. It's not even connected to the internet, so there's nothing that could be done with it. So the doppelganger snuck into the server room to steal important data, but didn't find anything, so gave up? That feels off somehow. Maybe I should ask Jasmine for tips. Yeah, it feels like we have a lot of clues, but no answers yet. That Kurosawa guy, he seems... I'll keep an eye out too. Sounds great. Yeah, I'm not doing my like crazy whatever voice I gave her. So we know quite a bit more, but also quite a bit less, which means the doppelganger came to the server room, but it seems it slipped away without taking anything this time. But in this room, there's one server, which sounds like an obvious target. Say what? Well, you see. Why are you whispering? The server contains the National Police's information system. The National Police? Shh! But nothing seems to have been swiped from the server, yeah? It seems the police info system needs special authentication to access. Authentication, so a password. And it left this room for now, at least. For now? I'm more and more confused about the doppelganger's goals. Actually, Zammy, I think I might have an idea. Question is, what type of data from the National Police is stored there? Oh, is there a way to find out? I think Kurosawa is taking a peek at the content at least. Gotta find a way to make him spill the beans. Oh wow. Kurosawa is feigning calm, but is obsessed with whatever was taken. Oh my gosh, you guys, ignore that. Then again, he's not going to just tell us if we ask, so it's a matter of what could we tell him that would make him talk? Gotcha, I'll think about it. Go for it. Like I said, you guys, it is freaking hot. Let's think things through. The National Police's information stored on UTech's server. I might turn this up just so. Jasmine thinks Kurosawa peeked at the content because this is actually really loud. I didn't even hear what he said. Or read. Oh my gosh, I'm missing all of it. Kurosawa-san has been hiding various pieces of information from us. If we could make him believe that we are partially aware of the truth and are in a position to help him, we may be able to get past this emotional barrier. The doppelganger is clearly sneaking in to steal the National Police's data. It's acting in ways that an anomaly wouldn't. Is there some kind of hint in there? Okay, you guys, so normally, what could we say to catch Kurosawa-san off guard? Okay, normally I cut this part out, but just to make it easier on editing, for editing purposes, I'm just going to leave this all in. I never get this right on the first try, you guys. And here, I absolutely had no idea, because it's not like we have any information as to what this person is actually trying to accomplish. Like, we can guess, but we really don't know. So I knew the first slot was doppelganger, right? Because that's who we're talking about. But I was like, I don't know, so I just started guessing because I don't know what they're trying to accomplish. Now I know the answer, but at the time I was like, I didn't even really think of what the answer could actually be. We're going to be here for a sec, you guys, seriously. Like I said, normally I cut this out because it just takes me... It's just kind of a waste of time me trying to figure this out, so... Especially because it's not like there's any consequences to getting it wrong. Like, you just have to keep trying. It's kind of trial and error in that sense. Usually I kind of know what it wants me to say. I just don't need the exact terms that I need. Like, I know what's going on. This time I really had no clue. I'm like, I don't know what the freaking doppelganger's trying to do. Especially because this is just, like, speculation. Oh, excuse me, guys. I actually... Yeah, wait. I thought I used a different answer. Oh my gosh, this took me forever to get right. I think I just tried this because I was like, I don't know anymore. I'm just going to guess. And this was right. And I was so confused. I was like, how is this right? The doppelganger may be a Zimmer who is trying to plot a terrorist attack. Yeah, this is me complaining. That's why there's no... It's just me sitting on the screen. Alright, I was like, can we move it along? This is just a thought, but putting aside whether the doppelganger is an anomaly or not, if we hypothesize it's a Zimmer working towards a goal, things start making sense. This is a huge slip-up by Kurosawa-san's company, but he'd probably tell us if we would stop a terrorist attack, or if it would stop a terrorist attack. We could possibly ask Kurosawa-san outright, but that's kind of scary, honestly. I should check with Jasmine first. To be honest, I feel like we haven't really had any direct encounters with Zimmers for the most part. Oh shoot. Oh wait, never mind, I skipped through that on purpose. Just a thought, about the entity we've been calling the doppelganger? Could it be a Zimmer trying to make things look like it's a doppelganger? You think so too, Zammy? They snuck in here a week ago to snatch National Police info for their terrorist plans. So yeah, Jasmine already suspected this pretty much from the beginning. But they failed and realized they need a red card-like device for the heist. She already put all the pieces together. So they stole it from the CEO's office or something like that. They needed a device to steal the data? How do you know this? Zammy, just trust me on this one. Go pressure Kurosawa a bit. If he won't talk, just mention that device and he should tell you everything. Okay, so yeah, Jasmine, obviously, she has some kind of background that we don't really know about yet. So, of course, she has experience, I guess, or she has reason to believe all of this stuff anyway, at least. Just from her experience or something. I don't know, Jasmine's a weird character. Like, we don't even know how long she's been with the center. Yes, anything you need, let me know anytime. Kurosawa-san, about the content of the server that the doppelganger tried to hack. I can't really tell you much. Could you just focus on the intruder's motive? What if the intruder was a Zimmer? They've been carrying out terrorist attacks. If they laid hands on the information, you don't know what they might do. But what exactly is the top secret info about? Let's slow down a bit. As I mentioned earlier, nothing was taken during this intrusion. And you may have heard, but even if they had tried to access the server, a special authentication is needed to retrieve the data. Oh, but the red card-like device was stolen from your office, wasn't it? Isn't that a huge concern? I didn't think you'd find out this much. The information in that server is related to VIP protection. What? VIP protection? Info related to security measures for political figures and leaders from within Japan. And also for VIPs visiting from overseas. Security is a growing concern recently. You mean the Zimmer terrorist activities that we see in the news? Uh-oh. So Zimmers could plan terrorist attacks with that information? Well, if they have security information, yeah, that's not good. Yes, which is why I was hoping you could figure out who the thief is. Is that really the only reason? I don't trust you. Then again, you got me. Guess I underestimated you. He's wording this as if we brought up a real zinger or something. I should update Jasmine either way. But yeah, we haven't really encountered Zimmers. I mean, we have kind of like offhand, but they've never been the main culprit, I don't think. For the most part. Oh, actually the last guy was a Zimmer, wasn't he? You okay? You don't look good. It's got info. It's got info. Oh wait, yeah, the server. The intruder who came to the server room was trying to access VIP protection info. Just like you suggested. I mentioned the device to Kurosawa-san and he told me. Okay. If it's a Zimmer, then they're definitely planning out the steps toward their goal. This means the Zimmers have full access to security information on the VIPs, right? You got it. This could be really bad. Shoot. Oh my gosh, we might die, you guys. Well, maybe not us. Oh, there you go. Jasmine, does the situation look hopeless? Jasmine? Hello? Well, the doppelganger has probably been after Kurosawa's data for a while. And the server contained National Police info on VIP protection. Did the Zimmers do this to plan terrorist attacks? Yes. We actually have no idea. The police are in danger, but we are too now that we know. If they realize the center is involved, the Zimmers may label us as threats and actively target us. Oh no, even if we aren't doing anything to them? We figured out their plans. That's reason enough for them to come after us. And this means the boss man's silence is a concern too. No word in a while. Let's hope it's not because of the Zimmers. Uh-oh, hopefully the director is okay. Do you think the director is okay? The boss man's a resourceful one, so I'm not that worried. Either way, the Zimmers have probably already achieved their goal. Now it's up to how we and the police follow up. Yeah, I see. Anyway, let's stop here for today. Tell them bye and head home. Actually, yeah, how are we supposed to catch them now? Yes. Having that stolen really messes with our plans. The red device, too. Then again, that girl's power could be useful. How does this guy even know about our power? That's my question. And we are in the director's office. I really hope the director is okay. Assuming Jasmine's right, I wonder what the director is doing now. Another pile of books. Researching something, I guess? Occult Fundamentals for Dummies. Alien Abduction Techniques, Past and Present. The World Without Tsutomu Kisaragi. Did someone really write a book about that? Spice up your occultic fun. That Book of the Dead according to Tsutomu Kisaragi. These are all books by Dr. Kisaragi, and there's something else in the pile. Wait, I didn't understand that other book. A memo by the director. Server room, CEO office. Kurosawa home. The last lines read, Kurosawa Seiji. I guess because we didn't have a lead. The doppelganger's movements. Seen with that vision? Yep, it's time for me to go meet Jasmine. Alright, so now we have another person to investigate. Okay, let's get started. Yes, let's. Social media research time. Any word from the boss man? Not yet. I don't know what's going on. Seems really busy. I did find a memo listing the places we've investigated. The last line read Seiji Kurosawa. Keeping watch with that vision, huh? Could throw us a tip or two at least. Yeah, so I wonder what he's doing. Anyway, Seiji Kurosawa is Yuya Kurosawa's father. How the heck do you know that? Actually, apparently it's weird that we don't know that. We'll be heading to Seiji Kurosawa's home, their estate. The doppelganger showed up there. You mean at Kurosawa-san's family home? Yep, if the boss man had that name written down, there must have been some clue. Seiji Kurosawa, that CEO guy has some serious lineage. Wait, who exactly is Seiji Kurosawa? Again, how do you not hear about things? Looking him up online will give you an idea. Understood. I'll search for Seiji Kurosawa then. I wonder if that Kurosawa estate might be hiding something. Something that the Doppelganger and Zimmers both want. The info stored in the server room? Maybe not since it's top secret. What a mess if that had what a mess if that had leaked. Anyway, I'll go ahead and look up Seiji Kurosawa. Alright, we have a lot of social media research stuff. So, is it true that Director Kurosawa's son is Yuya Kurosawa, the CEO of UTech? I bet you he's leaving management up to someone else and just playing around. I don't know if I'm going to read all of this, you guys. Director Kurosawa? They mean Seiji Kurosawa. We were looking up Seiji-san, but info on his son came up. His father's a big shot, and the son makes a lot of money, so I'm sure a lot of people envy him. Which one gets more attention? Well, this whole thread is actually about Yuya, so there you go. Well, it's kind of about both. Wait, there's a reaction to Yuya Kurosawa. Just looking up Director Kurosawa will probably lead to more like this. Try using keywords to narrow down the search for an info on Seiji. I think that means that the first thing we actually looked up was Director Kurosawa. UTech has ties with big companies and the government, so it's set for the next several years at the very least. Must be nice to have parents in high places. UTech does seem to be doing really well. Must be nice not having to work that hard. Right? I have no idea how he's willing to pull it off as the CEO of a tech company. A company like that getting contracts with the government? We're doomed. Doomed? Are we really? There are plenty of people saying that kind of thing. Ignore them. I'm more worried about the Zimmers at this point. Even though they don't seem to be organized, they're crazy, so... I heard he's the real deal when it comes to skill, though as businessman there's just something else. He'll take on work even with questionable morals. I guess you don't need to watch your back when your parents have power. Sounds like he has the business skills, but no morals. Is that really funny? That's kind of scary. That's how it goes in business. There's no place for morals. Granted, maybe that's more of an overseas perspective. That wouldn't work in Japan. Would it not? I don't know. I don't know anything about the business world in Japan. Really? They say that those who succeed in business tend to be psychopaths. I can kind of see that. Who says that? Oh my gosh. UTech Priority was started only 7 years ago. Are there any other cases of companies growing so quickly? Did I ever say that this profile picture reminds me of Chosuke from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? I don't know why. Reputation seems to be mixed. Isn't he just a guy born into wealth? Clearly his parents hooked him up. We don't know anything about his mom. His parents hooked him up? That seems to come up a lot. I mean, I don't think that's the only factor in this, so I'm sure their connection helps a lot. Yeah, those connections definitely help, but seems like he seems kind of competent, I don't know. Upper class citizens can get away with anything. Should that really be allowed? The upper class aren't just allowed to do anything they want, are they? Or are they? Totally not. Plenty of people think they can, though. I mean, they could probably get away with more than, like, poor people. Kurosawa's father, Seiji Kurosawa, is a security director of the National Police Agency. As a parent, Director Seiji Kurosawa probably just wants to protect his precious only son. I mean, I guess by starting up a tech company? I don't know. Sure. Oh my gosh, hello? I don't know what that long pause was. How high of a rank is the security director of the National Police Agency? The very top? There are a bunch of different departments, but he's above them all. Ooh, that is fascinating. I was about to say, I totally forgot to put on my glasses. A reaction. We should look into this. Yeah, he's a powerful person, and we don't want to offend him. Let's look him up in advance. I can't believe we're meeting with some, like, huge guy like this. It's kind of crazy if you think about it. Big Boy Daddy is the police director? Explains why UTech Priority's head office is in Toranomon. Toranomon? Toranomon. I don't know. Just looks like Toranomon. Guess they mean because the National Police Agency is near Toranomon? Toranomon? Yuya Kurosawa is untouchable. His dad is the director of security. That means his face alone can get in places in government offices, and then daddy can cover up scandals that may arise. I don't know about that. Would he even do that? I mean, who knows? We don't know this guy, so... Can he really cover up problems like that? Cover up, huh? Who knows? Not sure, but people do love their scandals. I guess we'll find out when we meet this guy. There's a reaction to scandals. People really love scandals. I don't know what she said. I'm sorry. Ooh, excuse me, guys. I'm still really tired. So I did try to look up a lot of these terms individually, but Yeah, none of this stuff worked. So, which makes sense, to be fair. Yuya Kurosawa had a few scandals during his streamer days, but he turned a new leaf after starting UTech. What those scandals are? I have no freaking clue. I'm gonna be honest, you guys, I don't know if we're ever gonna find that out. So he was up to no good when he was younger? He's still young, though. Maybe his dad will give us more information, but it's kind of like an Eito-san situation where we never really figured out like what her deal was. I heard he's on his best behavior even at hostess bars and clubs. People really can change. Oh shoot. His best behavior? I guess that means he isn't a violent drunk. Total opposite of Beauty June. Was Beauty June a violent drunk? He hasn't had a single scandal since becoming UTech CEO. I bet they're just covering up the scandals. That's easy work for all the head police, right? Is it easy to cover up scandals? Can't be that easy. Yeah, I think it just depends on the scandal. But scandal, I feel like, implies that it's kind of a big deal. Yuya's always been good at getting away with things. Getting away with things? Why would this person know that? Maybe they know him personally? Hard to believe, though. Maybe from his streamer days? When he was a streamer, I feel like Yuya didn't have as many scandals as others. I feel like we have no one to compare him to. Is that so? I see. Maybe he's the type who's careful about these things? I guess if you compare him to Eito, maybe, but she's not a streamer. Well, I don't know. But if you ask the staff at restaurants he goes to, everyone has a good impression of him. Like, he's very humble and sweet. If it's only from a few moments of interaction, impressions can be all over the place. That's a good point. We don't really know. Don't know which high-rise the Kurosawas live in, but I wish fake policemen would show up and sweat them dry. Kurosawa doesn't live in a high-rise, does he? People just like to make things up. Fake police are also an urban myth. I think the story goes that they show up in women's homes. I've got a good eye for people, and I can tell you this, that man is a narcissist. His personality is complete trash. One look at him, and I know that man has trouble. Okay, this person does not like Kurosawa. Why? I have no idea. But just looking at him, that's not really something you could tell from a single look, right? This person sounds crazy. So at this point, I was curious about the fake policeman thing. Excuse me, I just need to ask you a few questions. There was a murder in this apartment building last night. Did you notice anything out of order? The police officer asked this over the intercom screen. If you had seen a suspicious man... Oh, I knew I was going to do that. Last night, would you tell him? Let me tell you a story about a certain woman. She came home late at night and passed a suspicious man in the hallway. The next day, a police officer asked her if she saw anyone suspicious last night. A few days later, the TV news reported a murder in the woman's apartment and that the murderer had been caught. A chill ran down the woman's spine when she saw the news. The murderer was the police officer she had seen on the intercom. The man remembered her from a previous encounter and came dressed as a policeman that day to seek out anyone who had seen him. I don't dare to guess what would have happened if she had told the truth. If I were in that woman's shoes, I don't think I'd have been able to keep my composure. My thing is this really like an urban myth? This just sounds like something that actually happened. Like all the other urban myths were like, do this to talk to a ghost or something. And then there's this one. I don't get it. Alright. Seiji Kurosawa, director of the National Police Security Bureau, is a big name among the elite career civil servants. Never thought he was Yuya Kurosawa's father, though. I can sort of see a resemblance. Career civil servants? Yes. They mean civil servants with the most power. I don't know why my neck is hurting all of a sudden. Which means UTech Priority shares the same connections as Seiji Kurosawa? Like how politicians often divert public funds to their family businesses? Is that really true? I feel like that is kind of weird, like, I don't know. Who knows, but by the looks of it, his father's influence probably helps with getting work. That is kind of weird. Like, it'd be one thing if you had, like, a government position. I mean, even then, that might be problematic. No cap. I found evidence that director Seiji Kurosawa outsources National Police Agency cases to his son's company, UTech Priority. Take a look. GR. Wait, what? This is evidence? We don't even... No, how could this be evidence? It's just some random paper used to make it look like he does. That makes it sound like there was some kind of picture that we didn't see. I don't know. Wouldn't this normally be considered a conflict of interest? But politicians and others in power are good at hiding their tracks. I kind of feel like maybe this is. Isn't that breaking the law? Just means there's also ways they can evade the law. That is kind of weird, though. Like, I don't know. This is how all the men... oh my gosh, this is how all the money ends up staying within the upper class. Nothing trickles down. These systems have been in place for how many years now? We need to dismantle them now. GR. Jasmine, this person. They do give Zimmer vibes. That's the issue with Anon accounts. We can't prove anything. Oof. Seiji Kurosawa was up there in age when his only son came along. Of course he'd do all he could to support his son in starting a company, even if he did a few bad things. But the police wouldn't do bad things, would they? Of course not. I think she said "or course not," but you know what? I was gonna let that slide. Oh shoot, prioritizing your family business is deemed wrong in society, but if you had that power, I bet you'd do it too. Really? Would you? If you were to go to work for the government and work your way up the ranks, wouldn't you want to find a way to work with me and Boss Man again? When you put it like that, if you could avoid that question with a smile, then you'd make a good politician. So was that a yes or a no? This country is falling apart because of people like that at the top. How long has this been going on? Kurosawa and his son should be punished by any means necessary. Is that how it is? Any means necessary? That's a Zimmer-like statement. Yeah, that's kind of scary, but they didn't say GR. If Kurosawa is funneling public money into his son's business, that is an issue, but there is no proof. Yeah, we really have no evidence for that. Proof? They're right. Legally speaking, as long as he isn't vastly overpaying, they're in the clear. But even so, they wouldn't look great. With the father at the head of police and the son's company getting government work, it's highly probable that's what they're up to. Highly probable? Almost completely certain. I don't know. We really have no idea. We haven't even met the guy yet, so I feel like it's better not to assume. Alright, scandals time. I actually don't even remember what this entailed. Seiji Kurosawa rose to the role of director of the National Police Security Bureau without a single scandal, right? I'd expect no less from a career civil servant. Oh, well there you go. So this guy has a clean slate, apparently. Kurosawa's father really seems impressive. Yeah, he really is. Which makes me think, like, I don't know, the non-career civil servants are out on the street protecting the people while these career track elites kick back and chat with reporters. Those guys should get out there too. Non-career civil servants? The ones not aiming for politics or more. Out following leads or talking to victims. But yeah, I feel like it'd be weird to cover stuff up if he himself has had no scandals. Must be nice to be out on the career path. I've seen that kind of thing in cop TV shows. What exactly does the director of the National Security Police Bureau do? I totally read that backwards. Okay, they basically said they don't know. And honestly, I don't know either. They're like security guards to VIPs. There's been a bunch of weird stuff involving the occult lately, right? Their job is to make sure that people don't do stupid stuff like that. Well, since the Zimmers are doing terrorist attacks, must be rough. Yeah, this is not good. If the Zimmers cause another bombing, then it's the director Kurosawa that'll be held responsible. VIP security information? Looks like they're facing a pretty serious situation. But do they know? It would be quite a scandal if that happened. If anything, the Zimmers would be targeting director Kurosawa. Targeting Seiji Kurosawa? I see. That could be possible. If we're honestly entertaining the idea, judging by Zimmer activity, it would be strange for them to suddenly target the director, even if they want the information on VIPs protected by the Bureau. I don't even remember. Oh my gosh, so much reading. Information on the VIPs they're protecting. This person has really thought this through. People seriously need to stop speculating like that. I'm worried what else the Zimmers might try to do. I mean, we're speculating too. We don't know what the Zimmers, or if the Zimmers are behind this. Everyone's eyes are on Zimmer activity. What kind of possibilities are they debating? I'm getting depressed just thinking about it. Alright, last keyword. I forget if this has like a lot to read. We still have like 5 minutes left, so presumably it does. Following the recent arrest of members of the Zimmer terrorist group, Seiji Kurosawa, director of the National Police Security Bureau, announced a plan to bolster VIP protection measures. What might the Zimmers' next move be? I don't know, because frankly, I don't even remember what they attacked in the first place. Kurosawa's son's father was in the news the other day. And Jasmine weirdly has nothing to say about that. Zimmers are scary. I don't get it. Occult fans are so twisted. There's that Kisaragi guy too. Next thing we know, the Urban Myth Dissolution Center will become terrorists too. Oh god, now we're in it. And also, I thought Kisaragi was dead. What? They're talking about us? That person sounds way too scared. I have no idea why I did that. I think it was an accident. Protecting high-profile people. So it's only the rich and famous who are afforded protections. Surely there is more you can do to fight terrorism. Your picture is like a flan or cheesecake or something. Actually, not a flan. What the heck am I talking about? It's just the color. It's a cheesecake. I get maybe. I don't know. I don't know why I said flan, you guys. I'm losing it. If there was a bomb threat and the city politicians could just escape to underground shelters, what is the average citizen supposed to do? I don't know. Why am I sitting here? Okay, there we go. Underground shelters? Like the underground facility we were at recently? That was not a bomb shelter. Hello? No, underground bomb shelters are just an urban myth. Are they? I heard that there's a special team with the National Police Agency. Oh my gosh, why am I doing this to myself? I heard there was a special team within the National Police Agency Security Bureau staffed by immortal cops developed by the former Japanese army specifically to take on extremists like the Zimmers. Oof, oh my gosh, there was no punctuation in that sentence except for the period at the end. Immortal soldiers? Yeah, right. Yeah, what are they even talking about? Occult brain people will find any excuse to lash out. That urban myth Dissolution Center and the ones who follow them are just potential terrorists. How could they? We never even think about doing that. We haven't done anything that would put us connected, or that would connect us to the Zimmers. Like, we haven't, all we've done is dissolve urban myths. That sounds weird. All we've done is like solve mysteries and stuff and figure out what really is behind it. That's it. We haven't found any like actual occult stuff. Well, we have, but we've left before it started to kick in. So I don't know what this person is on about. Some people just act like they know it all. A lot of people on Twitter especially. I always thought those people at the Urban Myth Dissolution Center were just ticking time bombs. Only extremists look into such dark subjects. That is not true. Looks like we have our own army of haters. It's true. Apparently. Where did these haters even come from? Looks like it. They're lumping us in with the Zimmers. So our survival of devastation and judgment all lies on Seiji Kurosawa's shoulders, or something like that. Wait, that was a clue? Us being lumped in with Zimmers was a clue. That's kind of concerning. The only one who can save us from destruction is Kurosawa-san's father? I'd put my money on us over Kurosawa-san. Or whatever. Nostradamus' great prophecy didn't come true in the end, so I don't think the occultists will actually follow through with their bomb threats. Either way, we can only wait and hope the police will do their best to counter. And yet, there are still people trying to follow through. Most people never consider that a terrorist attack could affect them personally. Holy crap, I read this really fast. Zimmers, the super supporters of Tsutomu Kisaragi? I bet you Seiji Kurosawa and the police never expected to have to deal with them now. Samazima users are Kisaragi supporters? They do often talk about him on site. And Kisaragi's book is a must-read in occult circles. I feel like we should read it. There's no doubt that the terrorist weird equals weird occult bands equals Urban Myth Dissolution Center. Kisaragi was a criminal too. So that clearly means that the Urban Myth Dissolution Center equals criminals. How does that make any sense? What? I mean, yes, I guess the director is a weird occult fan, but that's it. How could they say all that? If we took them to court, we'd win a defamation case hands down. These haters are really coming at us. What's going on? I have no idea. That is what I want to know. Why is the center getting haters? What is going on? Might mean people are starting to believe the Zimmer terrorist attacks? But why would they do something like this? With terrorists trying to carry out devastation and judgment, everyone's scared and confused. So they look for a familiar scapegoat they can actually reach. So they jump to conclusions on whose fault it is? Human nature. I wouldn't dwell on it. Human nature? Okay, but there's like 3 people in our office. I don't know how they expect us to carry out all this crap. Okay, you guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really sorry about the post commentary, but I'm going to try to be more careful next time because I really don't want to have to go through this twice in a row. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's going to be it for this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you again next time, but goodbye for now.